with this quiz. Pop your answers in the chat if you want to, that's fine. But if not, write them on a piece of paper because I'll be giving your answers at the end. So your first question then on this St. Patrick's Day special is as follows. Here we go. Question number 1. Once I can find this. I was all organised and then everything just messed up at the end. Right, question number 1. Of which country is St. Patrick the patron saint? So which country is St. Patrick the patron saint? That is your first question. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds on each one. So and hopefully that's a nice easy one for you all. Okay. No, it's not loading. I don't know why the chat ain't working for me today. It wants to load another broadcast up. Anyway. Okay, question number 2. Why is St. Patrick's Day celebrated on March the 17th? Why is St. Patrick's Day celebrated on March the 17th? So just to let you know, I can't see the comments yet. So when we get to the answers at the end, hopefully I can see them then. And if I go into my live studio, I can see it. I don't know. See if that works. No. Oh, TikTok, you have to really improve your desktop because it is awful. Right, question number 3. On St. Patrick's Day, I'll say what demographic group was largely responsible for shifting St. Patrick's Day from a religious observation to a secular one? What demographic group was largely responsible, excuse me guys, for shifting St. Patrick's Day from a religious observation to a secular one? So think about it. Quite an easy question, that one. Okay. Question number 4. On St. Patrick's Day, 2011, Irish-American astronaut Catherine Coleman celebrated in space by playing a century-old flute and a tin whistle, belonging to what famous Irish music group? So number 4, on St. Patrick's Day 2011, Irish-American astronaut Catherine Coleman celebrated in space by playing a century-old flute and a tin whistle, belonging to what famous Irish music group? Okay. Question number 5. See if this is going to load now. Bear with me, guys. Okay, question number 5. Where and when was the first St. Patrick's Day parade ever recorded? Where and when was the first St. Patrick's Day parade ever recorded? So if you get the place, you get 5 points. If you get the year, you also get 5 points. Okay? So where and when was the first St. Patrick's Day parade ever recorded? Question number 6. Where and when was the first St. Paddy's Day celebration in the British American colonies? Again, 5 points if you get the place, 5 points if you get the year. So where and when was the first St. Paddy's Day celebration in the British American colonies? Getting through these questions quite quickly, aren't we? Alright, number 7. What's the oldest and largest St. Patrick's Day parade in the world? I think most of us know that one. What's the oldest and largest St. Patrick's Day parade in the world? Okay, I can see the chat now, which is good. So I'm just going to turn my volume up, just see if I can't hear myself yet, but... Chat now, which is good. Yeah, that's working. I can see the comments now, so... Welcome, Lady Shishi, Dee, Abby, Sabia, welcome in. Okay, so that is question number 7. Question number 8. Where and when was the first St. Patrick's Day parade in Ireland? So where and when was the first St. Patrick's Day parade in Ireland? So again, 5 points for the year, 5 points for the place. Yes, I've had a lot of issues. I came on at 9:45 this morning, played some music, the chat wasn't working, and then I tried my chat on the other phone, but TikTok doesn't allow you to be live and see the chat at the same time on a mobile anymore, on iOS. Or on an Android phone, to be honest. Right, question number 9. According to Irish law, Lore, what animal did St. Patrick drive out of Ireland? That's a good question. According to Irish folklore, what animal did St. Patrick drive out of Ireland? I'll give you a clue with this one. You might find them in a desert. Or in a very warm climate. I don't know how they ended up there. Unless Ireland was very, very warm. Who knows? Okay, so that was question number 9. Question number 10. We'll do more. We'll do the full set of questions, I think, today. And then if we can do some wordscapes as well at the end if you want to. Right, question number 10. What do the 3 leaves of shamrock symbolise on St. Patrick's Day? So what do the 3 leaves of a shamrock symbolise on St. Patrick's Day? So I'm going to give you, if you get each correct, you can have 5 points per correct answer. So this question's worth 15 points if you get all 3. So what do the 3 leaves of a shamrock symbolise on St. Patrick's Day? Okay. And your next question, question number 11. What are the odds of finding a lucky 4-leaf clover? What are the odds of finding a lucky 4-leaf clover? That's a good question, that. Okay, and question 12. What's the highest number of leaves ever recorded on a single clover stem? What is the highest number of leaves ever recorded on a single clover stem? Going to put hi in the chat just to let you know that it's working and I'm live. Trust me, I've gone live before and I was on live once for an hour and nobody was there because it hadn't gone out. So I'm just checking it's working. Yep. Okay. Okay, so that's question number 12. What is the highest number of leaves ever recorded on a single clover stem? Now, we normally do the questions at the end, you see, so you'll have to watch this back on a replay, okay? Without the music, of course, because I'll be getting rid of that. Otherwise, I won't be allowed to put it up. Right, question number 13. Ooh, unlucky for some. 13. Here we go. What does the circle at the very centre of a Celtic cross represent? I think it's Celtic. Yeah, not the football team. What does the circle at the very centre of a Celtic cross represent? I'll give you a clue with that one. Something that might bring you happiness. Something you see not see every day, but you do see it most days. You wouldn't be alive if we didn't have it. Okay, question 14. What is a boxty? I think that's right. What is a boxty? B-O-X-T-Y. What is a boxty? Loving these questions. These are really good questions. Because normally you get the traditional questions that are like historical questions, but this quiz is actually things that I didn't really know, so I'm learning as well as you guys. Right, 15, question 15 already. Which coastal southern city has had a huge St. Patrick's Day parade and a celebration since 1813? Which coastal southern city has had a huge St. Patrick's Day parade and celebration since 1813? It's worth 10 points. I'll give you a clue. It's not in Ireland. So you're all there scrapping your answer out. It's not Ireland. Good morning, Tom. Not seeing many comments today on the chat. Hopefully, maybe my chat's just frozen, I don't know. I had a struggle loading it this morning, so it wouldn't surprise me. Right, question number 16. How many people visit New York's St. Patrick's Cathedral each year? How many people visit New York's St. Patrick's Cathedral each year? I'm looking for the answer is over a certain amount, but I want the answer that it's at the average. If that makes sense. So the number I'm looking for. Answer will be revealed at the end. Have I heard the news, says Tom. No, I haven't. What's happened? No, nothing's come up on my phone or anything. Okay, we're going to carry on with the quiz. Question 17. Where was the real St. Patrick born? Where was the real St. Patrick born? I'll give you a clue with this one. That's actually, yeah. The clue for that. No, I'm not going to give you a clue for that one. But I'll tell you what, though, it's not Ireland. Most saints are never actually from the country they're saints of, believe it or not. Oh yes, I was going to mention that later, but yeah, TikTok's not banned in the UK. It's only on government phones. But my opinion is they shouldn't be having TikTok on their phones anyway, when they should be working. Simple as that. So it's not for us. It's not for the public. It's for it's the government phones. They have personal phones. They can still have TikTok then. It's not banned. It's just for those in government who should be working. Simple as that. Like they shouldn't allow phones in the House of Parliament, but they do. Because they have to do work, you see, on the phones. Right, question number 18. Hopefully you got that one. Answer will be revealed at the end. Right, 18. Name the giant, iconic Ferris wheel that turns green to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in England. Name the giant, iconic Ferris wheel that turns green to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in England. I think that's an easy one. I'll give you a clue. It might be in London. So as I say at the beginning, you can watch this back and we're going to reveal the answers at the end, okay? But write them down on a piece of paper. Okay, and question number 20. Right, good luck with me pronouncing this, but what does Erin go bragh mean? What does Erin go bragh mean? So if you're from Ireland, you should know that. I apologise if I said that wrong. But what does Erin go bragh? I'm going to put it in the chat just for those watching on. I don't have a clue what I'm talking about. But what does this mean? There you go. It's in the chat now, hopefully. Oh, that took its time. That's sent. I don't even think it's gone through onto the chat. That's weird. No, I don't think it's gone into the chat. Anyway. Okay, your next question. Question number 20. How do leprechauns earn their gold? How do leprechauns earn their gold? So we've done 20 questions there. We'll do an extra 10, I think. I don't think we'll do 35 or 38. I think I've got. We'll do 30 questions. But that's a good question. How do leprechauns earn their gold? I'm a bit like a leprechaun. But I don't do this. Oh, thanks for following, Jack. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to follow. If you're watching this on a replay, follow. And find me on TikTok, Aidan Leeds. Right, question 21 then. What year did St. Patrick's Day switch over from a strictly holy day for Catholics to an official Irish public holiday? I'm looking for a year. What was the year? You may be right, Jack, there. That is a good answer. All will be revealed shortly. 25 questions. We'll go through the answers, because I used to do half the questions and half the answers, because half of you don't want to wait around for the answers when there's too many questions, which is understandable. So I'll do 25 questions and then I might do some more, depending on how well we do, how time goes. So what year did St. Patrick's Day switch over from a strictly holy day for Catholics to an official Irish public holiday? Right, question 22. How many Americans claim to have some Irish ancestry? How many Americans claim to have some Irish ancestry? So I usually come live on TikTok, just to let everyone know if you watch this on a replay. Come live about 10 o'clock UK time. We do Wordscapes, we do Wordle, then we do some quiz questions at the end, so that's what I normally do. When it comes to a day like today, we just do the quiz, or we, keep to the theme. So if you're watching this on a replay, do follow But as I say, it's mainly for replay viewers because there's a lot of people who like to watch on a replay. Millions of us, says Jack. Where are you in America, Jack? Which part of America are you from? Right, question number 23. What American city has dyed its river green every year since 1962 on St. Patrick's Day? What American city has dyed its river green every St. Patrick's Day since 1962? TikTok. There was a video posted of it. I think it was TikTok. Good morning, Amy. Good to see you. Welcome in. It helps with the hour difference, doesn't it? The hour forward. So what I'm going to do is we've got two more questions. No, three more questions. Then I'll go through the answers. So you can then quickly put your answer in the chat if you want to, if you've missed the first part. Okay. Question 23. That was 23. 24. How many pounds of green vegetable dye are now used to turn the Chicago River green? They might have just given the answer away there. How many pounds of green vegetable dye are used to turn that river green? Pounds of vegetable oil. That's quite a lot when you think about it. Just looking at the answer. It's quite a lot. So if you don't know Amy, guys, make sure you follow Amy. Amy Tomlinson on TikTok. She is our TikTok travel agent, so maybe you're wanting to come to Ireland. I'm sure Amy can help you with bookings, holidays, flights, and she'll give you a good price. So check out her channel. So everyone watching this, get yourself over to Ireland, get yourself over to the UK for St. Paddy's next year. You could even get on a plane today if you want. Well, actually, you might just make it in time if you're quick. Right, so question 25. Last question then. It's a nice question to finish off with as well. And what is another name for Ireland? Now, many years ago, I'll just tell you a little story about Ireland, just a simple story. We used to, my family used to play the Irish lottery, and put on some races and stuff on St. Paddy's Day. I don't think we ever won. Do you know something, Jack? I've never been. I've never been. But I know we always say about ancestors and things, but it was my great-great-granddad who was Irish, part of the O'Neill family. O'Neill. On my mum's side, I think. Yeah, on my mum's side. And then on my dad's side, it's mainly Scottish, which then comes from Ireland. So that's why I'm on both sides of my family is pure Irish, technically. But obviously born in England, so. And then a quarter of my family actually come from, believe it or not, Malta. So that's where I'm got all my dark looks from. And obviously having an Irish name as well does help. And Irish niece and nephew. Right then, so... Oh, there you go, guys. So you can check out Amy's page as well later on. So I'll try and leave a link. If you send me a link, I'll put it with the video so you can click on it, watching on the replays. Amy's is German. Wow, Amy, that's amazing. That's awesome. Right then, should we go through the answers? What I'll do, I'll give you the question. I'll give you 10 seconds, and then I'll give you the answer. So if you're watching this on the replay, of course, here are your answers. Here we go. Question number 1. I'll give you 10 seconds, I'll reveal the answer. I'm not going to look at the comments. Here we go. Which country is St. Patrick the patron saint? Which country is St. Patrick the patron saint? And the correct answer, well done if you get this right, the answer was Ireland. Of course, it was Ireland. Well done if you said Ireland. Not going to be America, is it? But who knows one day, who knows. Right, number 2. Why is St. Patrick's Day celebrated on March the 17th? Why is St. Patrick's Day celebrated on March the 17th? I did notice that, Amy, and I did wonder. I thought, maybe. Do I have an Irish passport? I don't, I'm afraid, no. I don't. I could have one. There is a way around it. That's for another day. The answer is because it was the day St. Patrick died. Anybody know the year? Anybody know the year he died? Not going to give you any points, but just for... Does anyone know? Have a guess? Really quickly. When did St. Patrick die? This is probably going to be the best knowledgeable St. Paddy's answer quiz question. That's going to get you bonus points. Always remember this date. Are you ready? It's not 500. The answer was 461 BC. 461 BC, believe it or not. So, yeah, that was the day he died. March 17th, 461. Oh, sorry, CE. CE, not BC. Right, question number 3. What demographic group was largely responsible for shifting St. Patrick's Day from a religious observation to a secular one? Nice, easy one, I think, this. The answer was Irish immigrants in the US. Do we all know the reason why Irish went to America? It was partly due to the English government. Do you know why? It was all because of the potato famine. We didn't answer them questions today, actually. There were no questions about that, but it was all to do to the potato famines and the taxes and the land, so they just decided to go to America, go to the New World at the time. Right, question number 4. On St. Patrick's Day 2011, the Irish-American astronaut Catherine Coleman celebrated in space by playing a century-old flute and a tin whistle belonging to what famous Irish music group? I've never heard of this group before, so maybe it's definitely I don't know if it's a more modern group. I'm not sure if you're going to get it, but you might know it. Not the Dubliners, no. They will probably be playing... some of their songs will probably be playing on a feed. They usually have a live stream in one of the pubs in Dublin. They used to do it on Periscope, so I don't know if they're on TikTok or not. But I'm sure you'll see lots of performances today on TikTok. And if you can't find it, just have a search. A lot of people forget to search on TikTok for things. Not girls allowed, no. There was only ever one Irish member, was it? Nadine? And I think, was she in Northern Ireland? I'm not sure. So not the Commitments, no. The answer was the Chieftains. I can't even say it. Chieftains. The Chieftains. Right then, question number... That was number 4. Number 5. Where and when was the first St. Patrick's Day parade ever recorded? So I gave you 10 points for the answers. 5 points if you get the place. 5 points if you get the year. Where and when was the first St. Patrick's Day parade ever recorded? I love this type of question because I told you it's not Ireland. It was never Ireland. Most parades always started somewhere else. and then they took ownership of it because it belongs to them. I should tell you as well, where I live, we have, I know it's St. Patrick's Day, but we are the most patriotic English town where I live. So we have the world, I would say the world's largest St. George's Day festival. So if you're ever coming to England for St. George's Day, then come to Leeds. Well, it's actually not in Leeds, it's where I live, of course. So, but yeah, research it and you'll find out. But that's not, I won't actually be here. I won't be in the country, unfortunately, on St. George's Day this year, so I won't be able to show you it. Okay, so the answer was 5 points if you got this. St. Augustine in Florida, and the answer was, and the year was in 1601. So the answer was Florida, St. Augustine. And why? It was because the area was then a Spanish colony, but had an Irish vicar. There you go. Right, question number 6. Where and when was the first St. Paddy's Day celebration in the British American colonies? Where and when was the first St. Paddy's Day celebration in the British American colonies? And the answer was Boston. Boston in the US. And the year was 1737. It was a dinner held by the Charitable Irish Society, the oldest Irish society in America, which still holds a dinner on March the 17th. So the answer was Boston. Is that Massachusetts, I think, Amy? All right, question number 7. Okay, what is the oldest and largest St. Patrick's Day parade in the world? What is the oldest and largest St. Patrick's Day parade in the world? Is that your football team, is it, Amy? Is that their football team? The Red Sox? I don't think I've never... Oh, is that baseball? I'm not sure. Do you know, I've never been to a baseball game. I've never been to a... you call it football, but it's not football, is it, really? It's not soccer. Sorry, guys. But yeah, call it proper. If you come to England and Europe, it's football. Always football. Or we say footy. Do you know the reason it's called soccer is because the actual real word of football was soccer. There's a history behind the word soccer and why it got its name. But anyway, that's for another day. Okay, so the answer is New York City St. Patrick's Parade. It was first held in 1762. So the New York City St. Patrick's Parade, first held in 1762. Now, what I'm going to do after this broadcast, I should say, I'll let you know at the end, so stick around, because I did a video of Leeds' St. Patrick's Day on Sunday. They always have it the Sunday before or after. They had it before this time, because a lot of pressure was put on them to say, you need to do it before. You should, otherwise there's no point really, is there, to it? Like when it's like 7 days after, or 6 days after. So, yeah, I'm going to play it afterwards. Not on here, this stream, on another one, okay? Later on. Right, question number 8. Where and when was the first St. Patrick's Day parade in Ireland? So where and when was the first St. Patrick's Day parade in Ireland? So where is the home? Well, not the home, but for Ireland, when was the first and where was it? Yeah, American football. We've got 2 teams we follow here. We've got the San Francisco, it's 94ers? I forgot what it's called now. 49ers. Atlanta Falcons. They're the two teams. Right, the answer then was Waterford in 1903. Waterford in 1903. Now, put a note in your diaries. You want to be in Dublin in 2031. 2031 is the year you need to be in Dublin. Why? Because that will be 100 years. Yeah, 100 years since the first Dublin parade. So make a note of that. I've just seen that. The Dublin one was 1931. That'll be an experience, won't it? 100 years since the first Dublin parade, but the original one was in Waterford in 1903. So I'm guessing that'll be coming up to 125 years soon. So yeah, make a note of these dates. And I think America, guys, I think you're coming up to 250 years. Is it 2026, I think, since your country was founded? Because I remember making a note thinking I would love to go to see that. I think it's 2026. Just a little fact. Sorry, I'm chatting. But little facts like that, you remember. Right, question number 9. According to folklore, what animal did St. Patrick drive out of Ireland? According to folklore, what animal did St. Patrick drive out of Ireland? Any guesses? The answer was snakes. So if you said snakes, give yourself 10 points. Right, question number 10. We've got quite a few to go still. Right, we're going to speed things up a bit. What do the 3 leaves of a shamrock symbolise on St. Patrick's Day? What do the 3 leaves of a shamrock symbolise on St. Patrick's Day? The answer was love, hope, and faith. But also, it says here the answer actually is the Holy Trinity, which is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. According to the legend, St. Patrick used the shamrock to illustrate the concept of potential converts, but it can also symbolise love, hope, and faith. So if you got all 3 of them, give yourself 15 points. If you said love, hope, and faith, give yourself 15 points. So no more than that for that answer, for that question. Question number 11. What are the odds of finding a lucky 4-leaf clover? What are the odds of finding a lucky 4-leaf clover? And the answer is 0. That was a trick question. So there's no actual real answer. It just says, according to researchers at the University of Georgia, a Google search may tell you 1 in 10,000, but the answer is really none. There's no odds at all. Right, question number 12. What is the highest number of leaves ever recorded on a single clover stem? This is a good one. What is the highest number of leaves ever recorded on a single clover stem? The answer is 56. And that is according to the Guinness World Records. Don't know what year that was, but might be more now. But I think the answer still remains at 56. Right, question 13. What does the circle at the very centre of a Celtic cross represent? The answer is the sun. Question 14. What is a boxty? B-O-X-T-Y. And the answer is an Irish potato cake. 15. Which coastal southern city has had a huge St. Patrick's Day parade and celebration since 1813? The answer is Savannah in Georgia. 16. How many people visit New York St. Patrick's Cathedral each year? The answer is over 5 million. I guess so, Amy. Yeah, potato pancake. It reminds me what's called we call them scallops. A scallop. It's basically fried potato. It's like so when you have fish and chips here, you have the batter, but it's the batter that is added to the chips, the potato, and in a sandwich it makes the most amazing. Oh, it's the best thing ever. Just like a deep fried potato, but in the batter that they use for the fish, and it's so good. If you see somewhere in the States where you can get them, it's the best thing in a bread cake, or whatever you want to call them. And they're very cheap as well. They used to be only like 50 pence, 40 pence per scallop. So it's very similar to that. Right, question. Well, that says a cake, but yeah, a bit like a pancake. Right, question 17, I think. Oh, so how many people visit New York St. Patrick's Cathedral? The answer was 5 million. Plus 5 million. So if you said that, you can have 10 points. Question 17. This is a good one. Where was the real St. Patrick born? Where was the real St. Patrick born? Pop your answers in the comments. I want to see what you think. Where was the real St. Patrick born? Because we all associate him with Ireland, but it wasn't Ireland. Where was the real St. Patrick born? Lady Shishi says Wales. Not Wales. Well, actually, could it be Wales? Actually, yes. I will accept that. The answer is Britain. It doesn't state where he was born. I think it was Wales, Although it could have been Scotland, or it could have been England. I don't think it was England, because we would have known about that. I think it was Wales. So you could be right. But if you said Britain, Great Britain, give yourself 10 points. I shall accept. Right, number 18. Right, name the giant, iconic Ferris wheel that turns green to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in England. Name the giant, iconic Ferris wheel that turns green to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in England. Yeah, I think you should, Amy. I think you can just play it back. It's going to go onto my other channel where you can watch the replays. Everything's in my profile. You'll see it. Just tap it and you can watch this later on. So, Kate, good to see you, Kate. Yep, the answer, you are correct. The answer is the London Eye. I have been on the London Eye. It was many, many years ago. Definitely worth the visit. But there's a place in London you can go to for free if you want to see the views. You've got to book for it, but it's free. It's called the Sky Garden. It's basically the walkie-talkie building. And you book it. You go in at a certain time. That's fixed. And they send you up the lift. And I think there's about... I can't remember if it's 35 floors or whether it's 50 floors. I think it's 35 floors. It's really nice. We're going to go back there in when I go down to London again. I'll take you there and we can see all the views over London. It's really nice. Right, Susie. Hi, Susie. Oh, you're going to have to watch this replay back. Okay, but I just need to do a few editing things first because I played music at the beginning. So, but yeah, I'll post that out later. Don't worry, it's fine, Susie. Don't worry. That is the more Irish way of saying it. My way of saying it, my name looks more. It's more Turkish. Right then, here we go. Question number 19. What does Erin go bra mean? What does Erin go bra mean? Does Erin go bra mean? The answer is Ireland forever. Island forever. Right, question 20. So we've got 25 questions. How do leprechauns earn their gold? How do leprechauns earn their gold? Yeah, well done, Susie. So the answer is making and mending shoes. Making and mending shoes. Question 21. What year did St. Patrick's Day switch from a strictly holy day for Catholics to an official Irish public holiday? No, so we did all the questions, and now it's the answers. I thought you were gonna. I knew the answer was. So, what year did St. Patrick's Day switch over from Catholics to official public holiday? The answer was 1903. That's why I say watch the replay. Okay, question number 22. Here we go. You Americans should know this. How many Americans claim to have some Irish ancestry? How many Americans claim to have some Irish ancestry? Kate says all of them. As I was thinking that exactly the same. Do you know, it's funny though, many years, I think it's like the first time I started live streaming, I always remember this one comment, and he said to me, you look American. And obviously, because I look Irish, I am Irish, well, not obviously, ancestry Irish. Yeah, when he said, you look American, I thought, but Americans are Irish. It's the other way around. You do on your grandma's side. So Amy says 75%. Okay, I don't know what the population of the US actually is, but the answer is 31.5 million. 31.5 million. Here's a fact for you as well. Do you know where the Irish ancestry comes from? And this is not a question, but where do you think the Irish ancestry comes from? Why do you think the Irish have dark hair? Do you want to know the reason why? It was due to the Spanish Armada. It was the Spanish Armada, and they brought the dark hair to Ireland. Yeah, I heard that. It always stuck with me, thinking, oh, well, that could have been me. I could actually be Spanish. Anyway, so yeah, if you wonder why you've got dark hair, but I don't know about the red hair and where that comes from. Yeah, so it does make sense. It makes sense. Right, question number 23. So the answer there was 31.5 million. 23. What American city has dyed its river green every St. Patrick's Day since 1962? I think you all know this one. The answer is... Yeah, Amy, well done. The answer is Chicago. Chicago. And then another question relating to that. How many pounds of green vegetable dye are used to turn the Chicago River green? The answer is 40 pounds. Oh, Susie, you can watch it on the replay, though. Do you want me to send you the link? I'll send you the link once it's on. But there's a new little icon on my profile now, and you just click on it, and it'll take you to the place where you can watch the replay. I can't tell you what that place is because TikTok don't like me saying it, and they probably don't like me saying that either. But you can understand, I'm on TikTok, so why would I promote somewhere else? Right, question 25. I know question 25. Okay, the last question. What is another name for Ireland? What is another name for Ireland? Oh, I'm sorry, Kate. Yeah, just because we're going through the answers now, you see, so... So you'll have to watch the replay. But what I'm going to do after this broadcast is, if we all go across to there, I'm going to premiere the St. Patrick's Day from Sunday on the channel, so you can go and watch it. Looking up across America, we'll be able to watch it as well. So the answer was the Emerald Isle. The Emerald Isle. So add your scores up. I'm going to give you a bonus question. How many days does Dublin's annual St. Patrick's Day festival last? How many days does Dublin's annual St. Patrick's Day festival last? Kate says all year. You know, you're actually probably right there, Kate, to be honest. No, but there is a set time. The answer... Not 3. Very close though, Susie. The answer is 4. The answer is 4. So add your scores up. Let me know how you did in the chat. We're going to play some music. And then, would you like a game of Wordscapes? Just the one? So, let's play some music. Which one should we go with? Let's go with this. I can hear it. I'm going to have to turn the chat off, I think. I'll mute the chat. I'll have to mute it. Oh, it was already muted. We'll do some Wordscapes as well. Why is this not playing?